Yes, fight fans, this is Body and Mind Sports. Welcome. You are fully appreciated if you are here for another session of boxing talk. And this round, I will be covering one of the most intriguing fights, if not the most intriguing in the heavyweight division, and that is a fight between a Chinese born fighter in Zhilei Zhang versus Martin Bakole, who is a Congolese born fighter fighting out of Scotland. So starting with Zhilei Zhang, he is 41 years old, has 27 great wins under his record, 22 of those coming via KO. He does, however, have the two losses and a draw. Also, and the draw coming via the hand of Gerald Forrest, I believe. And the first loss of his career via the hand of Philip Hergovich, who in his most recent fight lost to Daniel Dubois. Hergovich, of course, one of the top heavyweights right now. A missed opportunity there by Zhang for not managing to get that win. However, since losing to Hergovich, he's gone on to gain two great wins against none other than Joe Joyce, who goes by the name of the Unstoppable Juggernaut. We at one point actually thought he was unstoppable until Zhilei Zhang, in his first outing with Joe Joyce, managed to stop Joyce in the sixth round via TKO. The second round, he made a much easier fight, actually stopping Joyce in the third round via KO. Joyce, who of course previously has faced Daniel Dubois and stopped him. And he really lived up to his name in that fight as the Unstoppable Juggernaut, as he really walked through Daniel Dubois' punches like they were nothing, and actually forced Daniel Dubois to take a knee in the 10th round, ultimately stopping him. Dubois in that fight sustaining very bad orbital bone injury, sustained due to the relentless jabs of Joe Joyce. So yeah, two great wins there, by Zhang over Joe Joyce. However, after those two great wins, Zhang did take a step backwards with a loss against Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker won his fight against Zhang via majority decision. A top fighter in himself, if not the top five, at least in the heavyweight division. Zhang, after the Parker fight, did go on to get a great win over Deontay Wilder, who is the hardest puncher in the division, by no doubt. And that's an understatement. It could also actually be the biggest puncher in heavyweight history. So Deontay Wilder is a great name to have in your resume as a heavyweight fighter, something that Zhilei Zhang has managed to do, stopping Zhilei Zhang in their fight in the 5th round via TKO. That is in fact Zhilei Zhang's most recent fight, and if he is to face Martin Bakole, I believe his win over Deontay Wilder will be a great confidence booster going into a Bakole fight. However, I still do want to talk about the Joseph Parker fight with Zhilei Zhang, because Zhilei Zhang believes that after that fight, that fans were divided as to who won that fight. Some people believe in Zhang won, others sticking to the actual decision, that of course Parker deserved the win. But Zhang does want a rematch. He has made very clear he wants a rematch with Joseph Parker. Of course, in attempt to honor his contractual rights, which have been written into his first fight with Joseph Parker. Whether that fight can happen next, I don't know, because we don't know what Parker's plans are at this moment, but we do know that Zhang definitely wants to avenge his loss against Parker in his next fight. However, though, he has not shown the same energy towards Filip Hrgović. According to my knowledge, I've not heard of any time when Zhilei Zhang has called out Filip Hrgović for a rematch. Maybe it is not part of his contractual clause to have a right to a rematch. But if I was Zhang, Joseph Parker would be the least of my worries at the moment, because another big heavyweight is actually knocking on Zhang's door currently and calling him out aggressively, if that word is fitting. Not only calling him out, but taunting him, saying that Zhang at age 41 is just too old, and he vows that if him and Zhang were to face each other, he will most definitely stop him. Zhang also, by his own words, has admitted that in the past, Bakole has said that he will stop him within 5 to 8 rounds. Whether that's achievable, I don't know. Zhang has never been stopped before, but if there's ever a man to do it, I believe it would be Martin Bakole. But who is Martin Bakole? As you already know, he fights out of Scotland. He is Congolese born. Also, you need to know that he's 32 years old, has 21 great wins. 16 of those wins coming via KO. He does have the one loss though on his record, but 0 draws. The one loss coming via the hand of none other than Michael Hunter, who, in my opinion, is or has been America's top heavyweight, the number one American heavyweight right now, and for at least the past half a decade. Michael Hunter, I know, also faced Usyk in a cruiserweight matchup. He lost to Usyk via unanimous decision, but it was a very, very competitive fight. According to my knowledge, I witnessed a competitive fight between Usyk and Michael Hunter, which is a great testament to the skill of Hunter himself. So yeah, Hunter defeated Bakole via TKO in a 10th round bout, and that TKO came in the very last round. that is the 10th round, which was the scheduled last round of their fight. Yeah, so Martin Bakole, however, since losing to Michael Hunter, has accumulated some great wins. Some of those names have included Tony Yoka, Carlos Takam, and most recently Gerard Anderson. Gerard Anderson, a prospect. I don't know if you can still call him a prospect by now. He has been a prospect for quite some time now, but he been heavily touted of as being America's next big heavyweight, perhaps to take over the number one spot as America's heavyweight, as America's top heavyweight. But and also people have been talking about him with high expectations of him being the future of heavyweight boxing. And that is some very big compliments in the way of Gerard Anderson. However, came Bakole, who put a stop to all those dreams and expectations that were ushered in the direction of Gerard Anderson. So Martin Bakole, after his win with his win against Anderson, which came via KO in the 5th round. Of course, he dropped Anderson 3 times before on the way to achieving that KO. However, Bakole has revealed that although he has Zhilei Zhang in his sights, and of course one of the names in his hit list, he is more interested in avenging his loss with Michael Hunter next. So he wants to fight Michael Hunter in his next matchup. Whether that would happen or not, we don't know as yet. But one thing I do know is that Michael Hunter is 100% seems to be entertaining the idea. In fact, he thinks that Bakole now is less of a fighter than he was when they first fought, and he's judging that by the fight with Bakole and Gerard Anderson. Michael Hunter believes that Bakole now is, although bigger, a much slower fighter and much more stationary, easier target to hit, and believes that Bakole will suffer a much more devastating loss than in the first fight. And saying so, he vows to actually stop Bakole again. Bakole, on the other hand, has said that a rematch with Michael Hunter would not, in fact, in his own mind, be a war, but in his own mind, be a fight, but instead a war in which he would by himself carry Michael Hunter all the way to the 10th round before stopping him. So he is predicting a 10th round stoppage against Michael Hunter. But the fight us fans all want to see, and I can envisage this being a big fight, guys. A possible war. We possibly have a war on our hands if this fight should happen. more precise, I should say that those two fighters have a war in their hands if it should happen, because Martin Bakole has been talking a lot lately, and I love it because this is going to be signs of a great build up to a great fight. Zhang himself seems to be entertaining the idea, but both fighters have other plans at the moment to avenge the losses that they have in their fight record so far. So until that is done, maybe we might not get the Zhilei Zhang versus Martin Bakole fight. And even if they are looking to avenge their losses next, we're still not sure whether they can make those fights that they want to make first. So who knows? The Zhilei Zhang and Bakole might be facing each other first, or they might be facing the guys who they have previously lost to. Only time would tell who they would actually face next. Would they actually be each other? Would it be the two fighters that they've lost to previously, or would it be another fighter altogether for both Zhilei Zhang and Martin Bakole? And only time would tell. Well, with that said, that's all I have for you today on Body and Mind Sports, and I plan to see you again on the next boxing talk. For now, do like, share, subscribe, so that we know that you are supporting us over here. Your support is highly needed for us to carry on doing what we're doing here at Body and Mind Sports. Also, do drop your comments ASAP. We really need your comment, guys, because your interaction with the channel is also very important. And with that said, that's all I have for you now. Until next time, stay very blessed, guys. Peace.